Ukraine is taking over Crimea step by step, and you are about to witness how. The recent major attacks on the Crimean Peninsula might appear as random acts of aggression, or perhaps desperate attempts to garner Western military support. But is it so? If you zoom out and take a higher stance, you'll see a majestic strategy, meticulously constructed plan, battle plan that could alter the course of history within the next few months. So let's see how Ukraine comes closer and closer to its triumphant Crimea return. The big question on everyone's mind: can Kiev actually take back this prized region by force? Crimea has been under Russian control since 2014, and right now it will be the first major territory returned back during the counteroffensive. Back then, politicians predicted that Ukraine would not have enough equipment to return the peninsula, and Kiev would have to negotiate with Russians. But currently, Ukraine keeps surprising everyone. However, regaining Crimea won't be easy due to its challenging geography and Russia's control over key assets. For both countries, control over Crimea is crucial. The peninsula has only 3 land links to the mainland, and these crossing points are disadvantageous for military operations. On the other hand, it is challenging to defend because of logistical difficulties. If the Ukrainian army manages to advance toward Crimea, they will face the tough task of maintaining their supply lines. Russia, while defending Crimea, could encounter its own set of problems. Just in the same way, they would need to secure the limited land links to Crimea and ensure the uninterrupted flow of supplies to their forces stationed there. To liberate Crimea, Ukraine could rely on a series of strategic tactics. First and foremost, their priority should be the liberation of Melitopol in the Zaporizhia Oblast. Following this, a siege strategy could be employed, aimed at cutting off supply routes, especially focusing on the vulnerable Kerch Bridge. By doing so, Ukraine could apply significant pressure on the worn-out Russian forces. To further weaken the Russian military presence in Crimea, Ukraine should utilize its Western missiles and an ever-expanding drone army. Crimea allows Russia to control the Black Sea, so that's why it has become the focal point in Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive. The important thing is that Crimea isn't the cozy base for Russian attacks anymore. Within a few days, Ukraine hits Russian crucial military positions several times. Strikes on the Russian Navy's Black Sea Fleet left a massive Minsk landing ship and a submarine in ruins. Not to mention, an S-400 air defense battery bit the dust in the western Crimea. Retired Lieutenant General Ben Hodges says these attacks are part of the bigger picture. They're squeezing Russia's command structure like never before. There's a major shift happening in American politics, and it made all the things that are happening in Crimea now possible. At first, the United States was cautious about sending long-range missiles to Ukraine. They were scared that if the rockets were used on Russian soil, Russia would start the nuclear war, but now the tide is turning. It's not just about helping Ukraine anymore. America seems to be easing up on Russian red lines. The United States are becoming less worried about the possibility of Russian nuclear escalation. They're not just assisting Ukraine, they're working on weakening Russia in all the possible ways. Currently, the United States and Germany are about to give Ukraine ATA-CMS and Taurus long-range missiles. U.S. Secretary Anthony Blinken emphasizes that it's the Ukraine Armed Forces' decision on how to use these missiles. He said that the U.S. doesn't endorse using these weapons outside of Ukraine, but the final call is up to Ukraine. Moreover, German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock mentions that concerns about potential strikes on Russian territory don't outweigh Ukraine's right to self-defense. So it seems that nobody cares how Russia reacts anymore. Agonized statements of Putin or Lavrov do not scare the world as before. American government wants to use the Ukrainian war to destabilize Russia and therefore control the world alone. Republican senators are urging President Joe Biden to swiftly provide ATA-CMS long-range missiles to Ukraine. Notably, they stated that any delay in sending it would jeopardize American national security interests. America doesn't want the war to be long. It wants the war to be victorious. Supplying ATA-CMS to Ukraine would enable the armed forces to target critical Russian logistics and communications facilities. Senators specifically emphasized the need to send the longer-range unitary warhead variant of ATACMS promptly. Recently, Ukraine already showed a good result with a similar type of missile during the strike on the Sevastopol naval port. Therefore, providing these missiles to Ukraine would increase the likelihood of success in their current counteroffensive and future operations. No matter what, the global support of Ukraine only intensifies. Even traditionally neutral countries like China are voicing their support for the principle of respecting sovereign borders. In addition to this, Ukraine started receiving more heavy weaponry, which no doubt will show itself during the counteroffensive. It is defying the odds and making a bold move to retake Crimea, once thought impossible. Ukraine is not the country it's been before. So is Russia. If Ukraine succeeds, we may witness a monumental collapse of the Russian army in Ukraine and a political crisis at home. Thank you for watching, and if you look forward to more videos like this one, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from us. See you next time.